Drivers getting banned in F1 is a rare occurrence, but when they do happen, they're big news, so today I thought we'd take a look at the last 6 drivers to receive a race ban. Now, I've also included super licensed suspensions in this list, as they are the same thing and happened before the FIA brought in the new penalty point system and race ban system that we currently use today. Before we start, please make sure you smash that subscribe button to get all the latest content from us. So, starting off our list is the most recent ban in F1, which came in 2012 and was given to Romain Grosjean after he caused a dangerous pile-up into the first corner of the 2012 Belgian Grand Prix. Grosjean was replaced by Jerome D'Ambrosio for the following round in Italy and returned after sitting out a single event. Grosjean, now 34, is currently still in F1 with Haas and is well known for being quite error-prone, as he also came close to a ban at the end of the 2018 season. His current deal at Haas runs out at the end of this year, so it will be interesting to see if the error-prone Frenchman is chosen to be re-signed at Haas. Next on our list is the best F1 driver of all time, Yugi Eater. Of course, I'm joking. Eater joined the Super Aguri team for 2006, making his F1 debut at 31 years old, being one of the oldest in recent times. He would go on to be extremely error-prone and at times looked like an amateur racer compared to the rest of the field. He caused a first lap crash at Imola along with many other incidents, and along with the FIA's recommendation, the team were forced to drop him for the next round. The FIA basically forced the team to drop the driver over safety concerns, as they did not believe he was safe enough to be racing in Formula 1. The FIA would then do something very savage to Eater and would suspend his super licence indefinitely, blocking him from competing in Formula 1 ever again. The team tried to get him back for the 2007 season but were unsuccessful, and he is currently racing in Super GT with Leclerc's Bentley. Moving on, we go back to 1997. However, we aren't talking about Michael Schumacher's famous exclusion from the championship after clashing with title rival Jacques Villeneuve. We are actually talking about Villeneuve himself. Villeneuve had received a suspended ban during the first half of the season after being involved with 3 incidents. However, at the Japanese Grand Prix, 6 drivers were handed suspended bans for an incident under yellow flags, including the likes of Villeneuve and Schumacher. However, as Villeneuve was the only driver already carrying a suspended ban over his head, he would be forced to sit out the race. But due to a quirk in the system, he was actually able to compete in the race, while Williams appealed the decision. However, their appeal was later dropped and Villeneuve was excluded from the race afterwards. Rewinding another 3 years to 1994, it will give us our next 3 drivers in the list. Now, we start off with the turn of Michael Schumacher, as he was handed a 2-race ban after incidents at the British Grand Prix. Now, this saga could be hotly debated as there are multiple sides to the story, but Schumacher had overtaken Damon Hill on the formation lap, which at the time meant he should have started from the back of the grid. However, the stewards did not realise this rule was a thing, and Schumacher instead was handed a 5-second penalty during the race. But again, after another mess up, this time by Benetton, they didn't realise that the stop-go penalty should have been served in the pit, and Schumacher was black flagged or disqualified, but seemed to ignore this and completed the race. He was then given a 2-race ban for the trouble. The second ban of the 1994 season would be given out to Mika Hakkinen. He was also given a suspended ban after a last lap collision with Barrichello, and would trigger his ban at the start of the next race in Germany. He caused a start line shunt after he speared across the track, taking out multiple drivers. Hakkinen and McLaren decided not to protest the ban, and he would sit out the next race as a result. Now we dive into the final ban of the 6 and the first ban of the 1994 season, this time earned by Eddie Irvine. He originally picked up a single race ban after causing a 4-car pile-up in Brazil. However, Jordan decided to protest the decision and caused the FIA to give him a 3-race ban instead. The FIA wanted to make it clear for teams that they only wanted protests if there was just reasoning behind the decision. This is probably why McLaren would not protest later in the season with Hakkinen's ban. Irvine professed his innocence, but this fell on deaf ears and he would serve his 3-race ban throughout the season. Now that wraps up our 6, so thank you very much for watching and don't forget to help us out by subscribing to get all our latest content.